What is up, guys? Cedar B here, coming at you with another war recap. This is going to be a little bit of a different format, and we'll get into why here in just a second, but let's go ahead and get through the hit rates and kind of the stats of the war. As you can see, a victory 111 to 109, 94.8% destruction on our end, 93.65 on their end. Hit rates, 3 stars. We came away with 0% on 11v11. We had one attack for 11v11. Didn't happen, so there's that. They had a 33% hit rate, 1 for 3 on their end, so pretty good job for them. 10v10. We had a 22% hit rate, so definitely not bad, getting 4 3 stars for 18 attacks. They came away with an 11% hit rate, so struggled a bit on their end. 2 3 stars for 18 attacks on that. 9v9 for us, we came away with a 63% hit rate, 20 attacks, 23 stars for 32 attacks, and they had 51% hit rate, 18 3 stars for 35 attacks. That did leave 2 Town Hall 9 bases uncleared, so they did have 2 dips. So good job to our Town Hall 9 bases. Great job, guys. Keep it up. 11v10, we had an 89% hit rate. 8 for 9 on that, and they had a 100% hit rate on their 11v10, so 7 for 7 for them. Hitting up our 10v11 game, we came away with a 33% hit rate, so good job on that, guys. 4 for 12. They had a 30% hit rate, 10v11, so 3 for 10 on their end. 9v10 for us, we had a 50% hit rate, 4 for 8, so good job, guys. And they had a 33% hit rate for them, 1 for 3. So overall, it was a good war. They did struggle a little bit, but as far as Clash United is concerned, keep it up, guys. This is exactly what we need to get some momentum going. Our Town Hall 10s, better and better, more consistent. So let's get into six-pack shoutouts. First off, we have Sarah Puck, Mark, Orvis, myself, Terror of Boston, Supreme, Jimmy, Taco, and Tony Montana. And as we mentioned, going over the stats, we did not have any Town Hall 11 attacks, so this format's going to be a little bit more different. We're going to cover the Town Hall, the Town Hall 10 3 stars, and I'm going to be doing another video for the Town Hall 9s, covering bowler usage. We had a lot of variety this war, and I think it'd be worth it to just make its own video on it, showing the power and diversity of the bowlers. But let's get into the Town Hall 10 attacks. We have Earl going against number 20 right now, bringing in a Falcon. He's going to start this portion of the attack at 12 o'clock with a minion, followed by a wizard on the elixir storage at about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Excuse me. And then he's going to drop his queen, get the healers on her. He's going to have to burn an early rage, but that's okay. He's going to get some pretty good value out of her before the Valkyrie portion goes in. And the way things are lining up right now, especially with the wizard funnel cut at 12, he is going to be bringing in his Valkyries from 10:30. And there they go. He's going to let them beat through this first wall, save that rage for a little bit. The healers do end up jumping on them, so that's good. Does drop a couple of hogs, just wants to help get some damage on that wizard tower. Draws the CC, and there goes that first rage. The healers do jump onto the Valkyries for the moment, but sorry about that. I move my hand sometimes when I talk and I hit war map, so we'll fast forward to that part again. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so getting through that wall at this point, CC is going to be drawn. That rage spell gets dropped as well, and where we left off is that was weird, those notifications. That shouldn't have happened. But anyway, the air sweeper ends up pushing those healers back onto the queen and the bowler. So it does give them some benefit getting up and caught up with the Valkyries. In the meantime, he dropped a rage and a heal to keep those Valkyries up and get them through the rest of that base, through the rest of that area as quick as possible. And they come out of there pretty much full health, I think. He's probably got 6 or so of them in there, and the queen is going to narrowly avoid the Inferno Tower, but you know, with the pathing, it's not surprising, obviously. So he's gonna have to go on kind of a road trip for the rest of this attack. So we'll put it in 2 times. They're gonna work up towards those wizards, and then they're just gonna have to get through the rest of it. So they end up working around. Those Valkyries are going to end up being the clutch of this. Had to pop the queen ability. That Inferno Tower had gotten her, but those Valks are healed up. That healer is finally going to go down, and there's not enough to keep the Valkyries, Bowler, and Bowlers away from getting that Expo down. So great job, Earl. Great execution. Now we'll go up to Optimus Rhyme taking on Prime. Using Giants, Valks, and Hogs, so Giant Vaho, I guess. Brings a couple of bowlers to just cut that initial funnel. King and Queen go down, followed by... So it is pretty much like a... I don't know, you can't say Sui Hero, but 4 Giants is, you know, not a lot. It's 2/3 of a golem, and as far as troop space is concerned, so probably smaller than that. Anyway, ends up jumping into the core, rage, heal, gets the CC down, gets a lot of value. Both heroes are down. Bomb tower is down, and does end up having 1 giant get through the rest of that. Queen ends up going down, and he's going to bring in his Hogs very heavy from 10 o'clock. This is, you know, the best place to enter the base with your Hogs at this point. Obviously, just the value is immense, but you know, if there wasn't as much point defense in a scenario where it would just be heavy concentration of splash damage on one end, you would definitely... I would definitely try and enter in on that side if, you know, it was calling for it. And this Inferno Tower looks like a second hand going across the base right now. But getting that splash damage down first, you know, burn a heal there like Optimus did, gets him through all of that splash damage, and then there's just point defense at the end. And point defense can definitely be, you know, worse than splash damage, but if it's not evenly distributed throughout the base, like in this scenario, it was all pretty much on one end. If he had come in from that other side at about 230, he would have to deal with that splash damage area last. And you can see by the time he got to the other end how many Hogs are left, and who knows how the attack might have differed. But the point I'm trying to illustrate is, in certain scenarios, getting down that splash damage could be the best thing. But regardless of that, Optimus, he absolutely crushed it. Did have to take quite a bit of time on the cleanup, but, you know, not bad. Has to deal with that clan castle, and that's going to be pretty much it. But we'll go ahead and put it in 2 times and get on to the next one. So good job, Optimus. And going 1 up, Uzumaki Naruto, using an Archer Queen Walk Lalo. And like the troop composition, the one thing that I'm curious about is the Quake spell. Not sure if he intended to bring that or not, but regardless, it doesn't end up really hurting the raid at all. Just maybe could have been better investment elsewhere, but I didn't do the attack, so I can't pretend to know really. But you know, started that funnel with a bowler at about 11 o'clock. A couple of wizards going down that 9 o'clock side, and now he's going to bring in his queen. Wants her to pretty much just walk right into that Inferno Tower, and has a witch that he's going to use to assist his Archer Queen. And excuse me for a second. Has a witch that he's going to use for his assist his Archer Queen walk with. And what that's going to do is obviously provide those skeletons, and just a little bit more initial tank. And you know, doesn't use his poison spell just yet. And the reason I think he did that was because he brought that witch. Wanted to save it until he got a little bit closer to the heroes. And at this point, he's got quite a bit of value from his Queen Walk. He's gotten an Expo. Yeah, I can't quite remember, but notice in this attack, he's bringing in his Archer Queen from about 9:30, and then he's bringing in his Lalo portion in from about 11, and they're going to work clockwise around the base. The queen at this point, being where she is in that little alleyway, she's going to end up working towards about 6 o'clock. And we've talked about using this type of pathing in other videos, and what it kind of helps do is it brings the remaining forces of your attack all into one convergent place, and that in most situations I say is going to be a good thing. Gets everything regrouped and doesn't have everything spread out. All the defenses were taken out in the order kind of the attack. Makes a nice U shape going around the base, and he executed it very well on this attack. Has some cleanup troops going up towards 12, just has to get down that clan castle and that archer tower, and then he's sitting in good shape. So we'll go ahead and get through the rest of this. Good job, Uzumaki. And oh boy, this one was a fun one. We have Bally using a Skelly Donut Sui Hero Lalo. Can't say I've ever seen that before, and I mean, just cool. So actually, I do want to take a second, pause the replay, and he's going to get the value out of this center compartment. With Skelly Donut, you want to get the clan castle down, Archer Queen down, and in this case, he has access to also get down an air defense. And if he gets lucky enough, he'll have the benefit of hopefully the skeletons running out of either one or both sides to get the air sweepers. With that, he's going to bring in his Sui Hero portion from about 7 o'clock, but notice he waits for the queen to get in between the air defense and the clan castle, and that's just going to ensure a straight shot directly at the queen. Doesn't have to worry about the skeletons getting any other defenses locked onto them. Has them nice and concentrated and goes straight for her first. Clan castle goes down, and those skeletons do end up getting the air sweeper facing towards the 9 to 12 o'clock side, and that's going to help him out a lot. Sui Hero portion comes in, and at this point he's got 2 air defenses down, and here comes the Lalo portion. He's going to send in, I believe, 1 balloon from about 10 o'clock, and I guess I'm kind of ahead of myself, but there we go. So CC Hound comes out first, soaks up a lot of red bombs, or yeah, 2 red bombs, 3 black mines, 3 and 3. So the pathing for his Lalo portion was just perfect. The loons really don't have to worry about much, and as you can see, he's pretty much just moving like a wall through the base from 6 to 9 o'clock side. And I think the initial balloons dropped at about 10 o'clock were more of a sacrificial, and just trying to keep the pathing of this force from the 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock side that we saw moving through. Keep them inside and going through the core of the base to the other side. And the other benefit that I didn't mention was the air sweeper down here under that haste spell was pointing opposite of the direction that his Lalo portion was taking out the rest of the base in. So that also lends the benefit of them not having any hindrance. He soaked up all the traps, or pretty much all of the air traps. Got the queen, didn't have to deal with the clan castle. Sui Hero 1 air defense, a couple of defenses, and ended up having the air sweeper not be a factor as well. So absolutely huge value. Good job, and yeah, good job, Bally, and love to see it. This was really fun to watch. So we'll go ahead and get through the rest of this cleanup, and that's going to be it for this, guys. Like I said, I'm going to have a Town Hall 9 CC Bowler video coming out here later tonight as well, I think. And, until next time, try new things, and Cedarby